What up guys, TC here, as always. How you guys doing? And welcome to something slightly different, which isn't Battlefield, and that is a quick overview of a new Batman game. This is pretty much a similar premise of those previous, Arkham City and Arkham Asylum, but this is Arkham Origins. You're playing with a less polished, less finessed Batman, a younger Batman, a less experienced Batman on Christmas Eve. The game has always been entertaining to me, a bit of a cross sort of, you can bring in my love for comics and video games with this almost arcade style game, but this one is a little bit more polished than the previous installments, mixing and matching the cinematic aspects with the in-game gameplay really well. Anyway, so as I say, you're playing with a unpolished, unfinished Batman on a Christmas Eve. Doesn't really specify the year, and yeah, you find out you've got this bounty on your head. Anyway, I'll pass you to the in-game commentary, well, in-game, and you'll get to see for yourself.
Where's he going?
The boss of me is me.
You want teeth? I want answers.
Wait till Black Mask's assassins get through with you.
What assassin?
Whoever wins is gonna be famous and rich.
At least we know he won't be ugly.
Assassins, sir? As in more than one?
That's right.
And you heard this from the mouth of a crocodile, man?
His name is Killer Croc. He's already behind bars.
Oh, I pity his cellmate.
I don't. Let's see what else is on the drone's hard drive.
Each of them gets one of these envelopes. I need them delivered tonight.
They're all hired killers, the best in the business. Black Mask isn't messing around. Slade Wilson, Deathstroke, former military, subject of a failed medical experiment.
Failed, you say?
Garfield Linz, aka Firefly, burns on 90% of his body. His obsession is going to be his end.
How unlike anyone I know.
Here's a face I don't recognize. Copperhead. Strange. These reports reference a male, not a female.
14 escapes, huh? Well, you won't forget nada. What the?
Floyd Lawton, aka Deadshot. Says here he's an expert sharpshooter.
How on earth?
Suspected of many assassinations. Dangerous, but reckless. Street tough named Lester Baczynski. Calls himself Electrocutioner.
Shocking.
Shiva. Her skill is unmatched. Bane, here in Gotham. Why would he be taking money as a hired killer?
Is that Warden Joseph?
Must be how Black Mask got inside the prison. He uses torture for intimidation and entertainment.
8 assassins after your head. What are you going to do?
I'm going to find out who is operating this drone. Make them tell me what they know. Then I'm going to find Black Mask and put an end to this.
So as you can see, the setup of this game, the story of this game is you've got this bounty on your head, and it's a pretty big bounty, $50 million, and so you've got the 10 best assassins after you, and that's sort of the premise of the game. In terms of the mechanics and the animations which you're going to be using and seeing, they're all pretty much the same, which we're previously used to in Arkham City and Arkham Asylum, and I think that familiarity aspect is really what I like about the game. I wouldn't want a totally different feel to my gaming experience. The weapons you use, the moves you use, and whatnot, they're all similar. So if you're a hardened veteran, you're gonna feel comfortable with this arcadey style fighting experience. And if you're new to the franchise, you're not gonna have any worries. Everything's sort of hinted and whatnot, so you'll be able to pick up the controls play at a reasonable difficulty and enjoy the story nonetheless. But also, because it's a prequel, you're not really getting any of the stories sort of being spoilt in previous Arkham games. So once you've mastered these controls, you can pick up the other titles, which I'd recommend you do, because unlike other comic book based games, this isn't a child's game. This is a dark thriller, arcade sort of free roaming sort of game. It's a little bit of everything, with a good blend of cinematic aspects with gameplay, which lends itself to a more professional look on, as I say, comic book tied games. And I think that's a really fresh take on this, to have this cutscenes which blend nicely with gameplay, and I think which was lacking in previous ones, and it really just intensifies and adds to the story which you're experiencing. Anyway, that's the end of my review. I haven't completed yet. This is just my first thoughts about it, and my goodness, I am enjoying this game. So if you haven't already, pick it up. If you have, let me know what you think, and I'll leave you with the humour which you come to expect from these Arkham games. There's corny lines, but anyway, this was one of my favourites and something reminded me of the Nolan films. Anyway guys, this is TC. As always, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.
Not tonight.
No such thing as a Batman.